yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. They'll take for there to see. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. With gods in the weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make great.
All right, guys, let's get this party started. If you want a reading, be sure and visit my stand store. It is linked in the description below. And as always, we have a fair use, a disclaimer. As you come in, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and share the video if you like it. Let's get it going. Okay, is that better? Is that better, y'all? Thanks, Krista. I appreciate that. I'm just over here just talking away, talking. Can y'all hear me now? Yes, better. Okay, good. Good deal. Good deal. Hey, Town Chat Cafe. Hey, y'all. Hey, Shauna. Thanks for joining me, guys. Thanks for joining me. I cannot believe it. I'm just over here just talking away. But I'm not, I mean, I go live, I just don't go live all the time. Check this out. So this is the clock. The clock is ticking. This is the astrological clock, y'all. Yesterday, when I put out that video, it was only because I only did a short video and didn't really explain in full detail because I wanted to go live today and explain some things about this channel just in case for anyone that comes back and listens to this live that doesn't understand what transits mean. Transits, these are the transits. This is the clock and it's ticking away. It's ticking away, and these are the transitory energies. So when you were born, that chart is fixed. It's a fixed chart. When I map someone, I flip it at a 90-degree angle and I square you straight to the earth with your birth chart. If I were to map you, you don't have to be missing for me to map you. That's how I'm going to do it. Because why? Because the earth is a challenge. It's the biggest square for all of humanity, for all of life here. So transits are these degrees that are coming, and these signs, these houses are coming to your natal chart, or coming to an event chart, or coming to a state chart, or coming to a country chart. Okay, so when I'm looking for kids, or when I'm looking for the missing, when I'm looking for a fugitive, I'm looking at everything in this night. There were energies that were on his natal chart. And if they weren't on it, like he has a 350 here in Scorpio in his 12th house outer wheel. Well, Mars was at that same degree and it was just sitting there on the 12th house outer wheel. So I wanted to let you guys know that that's what was going on. And that the dark moon was opposing him. Here's the dark moon. It's the shadow, your shadow self. When Carl Jung talks about the shadow, your shadow self, your unconscious, he's talking about the dark moon. The dark moon is the shadow. It's what we want to confront in this lifetime. We want to confront our shadow side where we have disordered aggression, where we aren't communicating properly. We're pulling our hair out and we're wanting to pull somebody else's hair out. That's disordered aggression. That's the dark moon. Okay. So what was going on last night? That's what me as an astrologer that's looking for Sebastian, I'm thinking, what's going on? Does this have to do with the weather? Does this have to do with what is going on with Sebastian at this moment in time? Last night, what was going on? There was flooding taking place in different parts of the country yesterday and other countries. I want to say the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Cuba, all up, the East Coast. I think the bridge, the Gatlinburg Bridge bypass, I think that is now impassable. People are stranded on either side of the bridge. You can't just cross the bridge right now. So when I'm looking for these kids, When they come into transit, I take heed, I take note. And I'm looking for you guys to take note with me. That way we can come together, and have a Jesus meeting, and we can find this boy. I've looked at his birth chart. I've compared it to the 16th birthday, 17th birthday, 18th birthday, and I'm looking for him. I've looked for him in the woods. I've looked for him in the water. So now I am looking for Sebastian abroad, whether that be in the state of Tennessee or another state or another country. So, excuse me. This 1743, this Mercury right here that you see, Mercury is a 1743. It's in Libra. And it was just at a 1742. When I started this live, it was a 1742. The state of Tennessee has a 1742. And it's their dark moon. Their dark moon with groups. Excuse me. It's also Cuba. Cuba rises at a 1742. Cuba rises in their natal chart. The rising sign is always here. The rising is here. So when you're born, you may say, "Oh, I'm a Scorpio." Okay, but where do you rise? I want to see your mask. I want to see your personality. I want to see your life path. And if you would be interested in learning about astrology, then you would also want to learn your rising sign. When I do forecasts for the new moon, the full moon, like the full moon coming up October 6th, I'm muted again. Muted? Me and you, I don't think I'm muted, honey. I see that I'm still talking. I'm still, it's still recording. I don't know. Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Let me know if I went off the mic here. No, you are not muted. Okay. All right, moving along. So, okay, cool. All right, good deal. Thanks so much. Okay, so y'all can hear me, but for some reason, me and you can't. Okay, good deal. All right, so I don't know what I was talking about. Forgive me, but this first house is where you really want to get to know yourself, because this is about your life path. All right, so the rising sign at a 1742 with Cuba is in Aquarius. The state of Tennessee has a 1742 in Aquarius in the third house, but it's their dark moon. Their dark moon. Disordered aggression with groups, with chatter, with online networking. And that's where they have issues. Major issues. Their Eris is a 350 in Aquarius. And that's where Sebastian has a connection with the state of Tennessee. I'll bet not in Aquarius, but it's in Scorpio. See, the signs matter. Signs, house placements, aspects, all of that matters in astrology. This isn't something that you can just go, oh, okay, I get it. Astrology is, I'm telling you guys, it's a language. And if you really want to understand, you're just going to have to watch my videos, and you're going to have to come into the live. If you want to understand how I am searching for the missing, how I am trying to find the missing. And let me just say something while I'm looking at the transits right now, because these are transits of a chart. They're transiting energies. Jupiter is at a 2211. This is my Astrology degree. So it is where there is a justice. There's a justice with the law, with teaching astrology. And I'm expanding here at home, teaching it. For the state of Tennessee, this 2211 is an opposition because they have it in Capricorn. So you see, Capricorn is the opposing sign of the fourth house of Cancer. So the Cancerian energy is the fourth house. It's always the fourth house. Capricorn is always the 10th house. So there is an opposition here with the state of Tennessee and their values with money. Excuse me, God dang. I also have a pattern here with the 2211, and that's Yemen. So not only do I focus on states, people, I do countries too. I may forget one. I may not, may not capture it. I may overlook it. But I do, and I'm only getting better. I'm only getting better at memorizing these degrees in the charts, because what I have found is that the degrees in our chart literally matter in the state of matter. So while other astrologers are focused on aspects, signs, houses, I focus on degrees first. If the degree matches, I want to see the connection, because there's a connection being made. You go to the grocery store and you're like, oh my God, I just feel like I've known you for so long and we just met. And it's because you have a connection in your birth chart. That person that you just met, that you just feel all great with, so connected to, you have a connection with that other person. So y'all are connecting per your birth charts, and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. It's amazing. It's amazing what we can do with astrology when we are using the tool to better ourselves and to better other people. In just a few hours, Chris Proudfoot is going to have an opposition. And I say that because this 1026 was Ceres. Ceres is about religion. It's about directed energy. And lo and behold, Dolly Parton has the same degree that he has. It's a 1023, but his is in Libra. So Libra is the opposing sign to Aries. And the reason why I mentioned Dolly is because Pigeon Forge. I mean, who thinks of Pigeon Forge and they don't think of Dolly Parton? Right? And that bridge in Gatlinburg is going to have to be rebuilt. And so I'm not sure if we are looking in Tennessee, looking in Cuba. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because these, the South Node, okay, so the South Node up here, for example, it's coming down to a 1701 that connects to Sebastian, but it also connects to Utah. Utah's Venus is a 1701 in Virgo, so the South Node is going to go to their Venus. So it's going to express itself with a fated energy, because this is the nodes of fate. The lunar nodes are fated, they're destiny, okay? So we will be looking at that, and we will be talking about that. Because I'm open to finding this boy and not getting myself fixated on one specific place. Well, she says he's here, and he could be in Virginia, and he could be, yeah, you're right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm not fixated on one certain area. I'm open to the truth, and I'm open to being led to the truth, if God's will be done on earth as it is in heaven. I also see that there is a lot going on with this 611. That is Indiana. This is also Bryant Guy, Mr. Big D. He has that in his chart no matter what time he's born. So I always take note when the 611 comes into transit. I just take note. The 1910, this would be the lunar nodes of fate with Chris Proudfoot. This is Astria. Astria is about going far. She's about religion. She's about mythology and college, foreign entities. And the moon, as you can see, has just conjunct. Conjunct means they are in conversation. They're the same degree, within 10 degrees. So once the moon gets to a 39, we won't really call it a conjunction anymore. Because once it gets past that 10-degree mark, we can't really say that it's conjunct or that it's in conversation. So the shooting at the church, do you understand what I'm saying? The shooting at the church, there is a past with the moon, and there's this justice with the church. That is also the 1909 earlier. That's the FBI. So there was a justice taken. This could also be about the courts, because Sagittarius is also about the courts. So there's different ways that we can analyze the signs, the houses, the degrees, so on and so forth. For Miss Dolly Parton and the things going on in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, this Chronos is a 1655. This is her outer wheel on the 12th and the 6th. Her 12th is Leo. It's about kids and entertainment. It's about Dolly World. It's about all the money that she has wrapped up in it. And there's a devouring energy with her and home, with groups and kids and publicity. It's always going to tell a story. North Carolina, you remember what was going on in North Carolina? Well, yesterday, actually the day before yesterday, this is about to come into a 1541. And let me just tell you, this 1540 with Hades is hell. It's Sheol. It is a weight that comes on your shoulders. Okay, so this 1540 in Cancer, the United States of America has a 1540 with their Poseidon, with their wisdom, with relationships at home, partnerships at home. Look at that. It just turned into there was something that just began. When you see the 00, there is something that has just began. But anyway, this 1540, this is where the United States has a relationship with partnerships. But guess what? Oh man, for North Carolina, Hades is opposing their sun. Their sun is a 1540 in Capricorn. Are you following me here? You're following me. North Carolina, the way that they shine, opposes the United States of America. That will never change unless one of them is reborn. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Because you know what's happened in North Carolina, right? Do y'all know? If you don't know what has taken place in North Carolina, just let me know, and I'll go over that. I will go over that. Yesterday, this 436, it just turned to the 437. This morning, it was a 436. That was transforming Cuba with their health. They were having a lot of problems with the weather. So this is the reason why it's so important for me to know Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers' chart like the back of my hand, and to familiarize myself with the world charts. And it's not easy. It's not a slam dunk. So when I see people asking me, yes, Hope Floats, The shooter. Yes. Hades was in transit yesterday all day with that 1540. It was an opposition at home with a business. With a business. And so, that was, I can't make it up. It's always going to show itself. It's always going to express itself. When I tell you that something is in transit, that I'm watching it, I tell you to write it down. The last time that I did a live, I went through all of it. I went through the 27th and I said, watch this, watch this, watch this, mark it down, write it down on your calendar. And we're all adults here. So I shouldn't have to go back every time and show it or tell you or remind you, right? Because when you're watching this and you're trying to learn, you definitely want to write some stuff down. I tell you that Yemen is in transit, they're in transit. When I tell you that the state of Tennessee is having an opposition at this very moment, take it to the bank. You can take it to the bank. And when I tell you that Chris Proudfoot has an opposition coming with a lot of energy, it's coming. And memento. Hope Floats, you said you had to leave that chat. Too many judgmental people. Really? What was going on? I don't remember that. I don't remember what they were judging about. I'm trying to think. You're talking about my last live? Are you talking to somebody else? Little Miss Sharon, I was asleep in Australia. What happened? You would think a church would be the safest place to be. But it's just, we have a lot of political agendas going on right now. We have a lot of people that have, major mental health problems. Oh, you were talking to Tina Girl. I see. What chat are you talking about? What chat are you talking about, Hope? Are you talking about mine? Yeah, 3 dead and 8 injured. Oh, another channel this morning. Gotcha. Another channel this morning. Were they talking about Sebastian? Were they talking about Sebastian? So what I'm looking at. Oh, okay. About the church this morning. So many blaming religion and color. That's what they want. I think that that's this political. There's so much political stuff going on. And when, just like with the Charlie Kirk stuff, when you look, the only reason why I knew, and is Shauna still in here? Because Shauna can tell you. I was talking to Shauna on the 9th of September. And we were talking about religion, church, Elon. And I was telling her that there was something really weird that was going to take place on the 10th. I told her, I said, there is some crazy stuff going to take place on the 10th. We were on the phone and I said, send her the chart. And when I sent her the chart, it was because Israel, Trump, Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein, and Elon had all come into transit together at the moment that right before Charlie was shot. For Nashville, it was 1:14. For Utah, it would have been 12:14. So I saw it at 12:14, allegedly 5 minutes before the tragic event took place with Charlie. But the only reason why I noted it and I knew that something weird was going to be taking place is because I was looking at the degrees in the chart. So if we're not focusing on the degrees, we're missing out a lot, a lot. And I am seeing something. Yeah. So this is there's a relationship here with Donald Trump. His relationship with Donald Trump. I mean, Donald Trump's relationship with Netanyahu. It's right here. It's right here. There's a relationship. There's things going down with Netanyahu and Trump right now. What we're seeing here with the transits with Cupid at a 734 is coming into the lunar nodes of fate with the United States of America at a 735. So when Cupid tomorrow is a big day. Today is leading us, of course, all this, the stuff that's happened today is leading us into tomorrow. But we do have a lot of crazy energies that are around us. And we can't fix, manage, control them. All we can do is do the best that we can do. But let me tell you something. Look at that. The 2043 dark moon, that is coming to the 2046 degree that Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers has in his natal chart in the 5th house of Aries. So Sebastian has the 2046 in his chart. So does the TBI. So does the TBI. So there's a lot of disordered aggression with Sebastian's case in the TBI. Other people's money, things that are hidden, murky water, trash, hidden sex, the investigation itself. This will take place in just 3 hours. So by 6:30, 7 o'clock p.m. tonight, the TBI and Sebastian will be in transit together. Interesting. Interesting. So I'm just going to keep watching these. I'm going to keep watching these because these degrees, that is, because Sebastian and I share a degree. It's a 2751. Saturn is coming to that degree. And I am, like I said, I'm looking for Sebastian abroad. I'm looking for him alive. Here in the 3rd house of communications, we've got Chiron. Chiron is the key. It's the key to the wounded healer. It's the key to the wound in your natal chart. It's where you can rise above. Right now, the FBI is having a lot of problems. The FBI is having a lot of problems. They've got a lot of pain. They are communicating this pain. That 2542 is where they descend with relationships. So they rise at a 2542 in Libra. They descend at a 2542 in Aries. Guess who has this 2542 in Aries? The FBI descends with Terry Bowersox. Sorry, Terry Bowersox, but they do. They do. Katie Proudfoot, she has a magnetism. No matter what time she's born, she's got a magnetism. This magnetism where everybody just flocks to her. And it's in Virgo. Well, right now there's a lot of communications. A lot of communications. And it's not looking good with Katie. The Bowersox since last night, since Sebastian was in transit yesterday, the Bowersox and the Proudfoots and Sebastian, they are having a big time that is not good. And so I wonder, since I'm looking for him alive, I wonder if they know where he could be. And if that place that he is having problems, whether it be with war or money or weather. Oh my God, that's what I'm saying. Tina girl, yeah, I mean, I've I think that my my mom grew up my mother grew up playing the organ in the church. My dad was a minister, my stepdad a Catholic, still practices, and nah, I went to a Christian school for a little bit. I asked too many questions and was put out in the hallway too much. I got to know. I got to know. I have church all the time when I'm looking at the transits and I'm talking about the beauty of behavior and relationships in the psyche. I feel like I'm really close to God. I feel so close. I feel so close, but everybody has to divine in the way that they feel close to God. And I don't knock anybody for their belief. I think it takes us all to make the world go round, and we are all fated from birth. So I'm really wondering what has taken place here with Sebastian and what's going to take place later on tonight. And like I said, basically what I've done since I woke up this morning at 6:30, 7 o'clock is I started putting Sebastian, I actually started putting, I started to put the new DA. So the new DA, shoot, hold on. The new DA Thomas Dean. Thomas Dean has, a birthday that I found. Don't know what time he was born, but that doesn't matter. I don't necessarily need the time of birth for him. I mean, if he wanted to give it to me, that would be great. But I started to put him into Sebastian's map. And so the map, both maps that I've created for Sebastian, I've now got the new DA in it. I'm mapping him with Sebastian. And it's going to, when I map, it's the same thing. It's telling a story with the degrees. I'm not mapping with, I have to have the degree, right? So if the DA has a Pluto that's an 8 degree in Virgo, then this is the Pluto in Virgo coming down here into Cuba. It also goes over Bullhorn Betty's home here in Florida, goes over Georgia. And then it's in a good standing with his moon. I don't know exactly what his moon degree is, but I'm just guessing. I know that it's in Capricorn. But the Pluto is not going to change degree. It's going to be an 8 in Virgo. His dark moon that is conjunct Apollo, those degrees aren't going to change. It's just the moon that I'm really guessing at. But it would definitely be in Capricorn. Here's Mexico. This is where the Consulate General of the United States of America would be. So I'm looking for Sebastian. If he were to turn 18, 19, he wants to get back into the country, or whatever, age he would be. If he wants to get back into the country, then he would have to go to these certain consulates, I would think, since he was born here. Here's Cuba's embassy. There's the DA's dark moon. There's his Pluto. There's a lot of transformation with health here. That's in a good standing with his moon, with his work. Then we have the Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands. That's where the DA's conjunction is. The DA has a north node that is conjunct trans-Pluto and Leo. The north node is the nodes of destiny. It's all about kids and education. A lot of attention is here. And his north node is a 1522. And lo and behold, Puerto Rico has a 1522 in their chart. So it's these angles that I work every day. This is the Cuba embassy here in Washington. So if he were, say, to be in Cuba, they would be calling, put that in the chart too, right? Because you got to think outside the box here. This is where he gets shaken up with communication about the flame of life. Interesting, isn't it? And it's in Maryland. We got him in Maryland here. And Sebastian rises at a 2656 in Scorpio. Well, that's where Maryland ascends with relationships. Is a 2656 in Scorpio. Nobody in the world that I know of maps or investigates the way I do. And I fell into this because I'm fated to. I'm fated to do this. We all have a destiny. And sometimes we can't, fix, manage, and control the destiny. And you definitely can't do it for other people. And Sebastian has been missing for a long time. And I know that there's a lot of people that think that they have done horrible things to Sebastian. I don't think they have. I have the right to my opinion. I have the right to my opinion. I think that they know where Sebastian's at. They have never appeared to me to have a kid missing. The only person that I see that has a kid missing that acts like they have a kid missing is Beth. The other ones just don't act like it. I mean, life moved on. Chris said it himself. Life goes on. That was a week later. A week. Is that what he's going to say if Faith goes missing? Are you going to say that a week later? Hey, life goes on. Let's get back to work. No. Hail to the no. He is not going to say that. We know that. Let's get real. Let's get real, man. No way, no shade. Nuh-uh. So as I'm adding in the DA, I'm also seeing where he fits in with the new DA. I mean, the old DA, the parents, the missing event, and I'm dissecting it to the core. And anytime Sebastian comes into transit, we really do have to take note. We have to take note. We have to understand that there are definitely things that sometimes I think, okay, could it just be the chatter? Is that what's going? Is it just the chatter that's online? And yeah, I think it could be. But I think too that we also need to start looking outside the box and thinking about weather events, earthquake events, warring events, things that are going down. That could also be giving us a clue. It could be giving us a clue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I'm going to get the transits. Let me stop the clock here and I'm going to get this. I'm going to share my whole screen here. That way y'all can see me working it here. Share screen. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. All right. Now let me take me off completely. Let me see if this shows up. All right. So I stopped it. I stopped the chart at 348. No, it's still going. Never mind. No, I didn't. No, it didn't. So shit's going down with Yemen. Let me look at Yemen real quick. I'm pretty sure that I'm seeing Yemen. Let me look at Yemen real quick just to make sure that I am not. Just 1 second. 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 1 1 second. All right, let's pull Yemen real quick, because each country has a chart. They have transits too that come about, that it's expressing itself. And I'm just wondering why it is that I just saw Trump and Netanyahu with Yemen. It's the dark moon. It's the dark moon. Okay, so here is something that we can see. We can definitely see things are going to be going down with Yemen. And I'm going to get back to Sebastian. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. We just saw the 1742 with Cuba, with the state of Tennessee, and there's Yemen also holding that 1742. Jupiter right now is at a 2211. Look at this over here on the right. You see it? My cursor is going crazy over here on the right. This 2211 is not just the state of Tennessee and me, but it's also Yemen. It's also Yemen. It's where they have a darkness, disordered aggression about long travels, warring, other people's money, things that are hidden, other cultures, other religions, philosophy. There is things that are going down with Yemen right now. Right now. You like the mental gymnastics? Yeah, the mental gymnastics. Yeah, I'm saying I do too. I do too. I do too. So this is what is happening right this moment. And what's going to happen, this wisdom, this Poseidon, this 1558 is going to come into Yemen's Pluto. Not good, guys. Not good. Let's go ahead and look and see if there's anything showing up in the news. Excuse me. Oh. And then we'll get back to Mr. Sebastian. Okay, so we've got, this is 3 days ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. This isn't it. This isn't it, because it's not, this is just now happening right now. 2 and 3 days ago. Okay, this is what they're about to fire back. And they're going to blame it on Houthis. You can't just keep bombing people. I mean, God dang, y'all. This is just insane. This is insane. Drone fired by Yemen's Houthis wounds 22 in southern Israel in a rare breach of missile defenses. Well, guess what? There's a lot that's about to take place with that. It ain't over. It ain't over. And it's about to expand. There's about to be an expansion. This is big stuff. Big stuff. Oh yeah, this is not going to be a good thing. 2918. Look at that. 2918. 2918. 2918. Here's where they make their mark in the second house. 2918. Let's just go ahead and look at Trump. Let's look at Trump, because I'm pretty sure he and Netanyahu share that degree too. I could be mistaken. Let me see. Let me see. I could be mistaken, but I don't think so. I don't think so, guys. 2918. This is a relationship. When you see Juno right up here in this 10th house right here, Juno at a 2918. I wish I could draw a circle around it. When you see Juno, just think relationship. There's a relationship. When Sebastian went missing, there was a relationship. He didn't just wander around by himself. There was a relationship. There was a relationship, period. Period. The dark moon out of 2043 is coming to Trump's lunar nodes of fate. There's about to be some crazy stuff go down. He could be, and this will be in a couple of hours. He could be talking about the church. He could be talking about the church and not about the Yemen. This 2918 was transit when Charlie was assassinated. Let's look at Nettie. Then we're going to get back to Sebastian because I'm already showing y'all that there is going to be some stuff. Nettie. Let's look at Nettie. Oh, thanks, Jeff, for dropping that link. Oh, and y'all can become members now. If you want to become a member, when I do members live, I will be doing members lives. But I'm going to give people a chance to become a member before I do it. So Netanyahu and transits 2918. Maybe it's not him. Okay, it's Donald Trump then. I was thinking the 2217. So Donald Trump 2918 and his 2217. This is where Mars was when Charlie was assassinated. Mars was actually here. Oh, thank you. Little Miss Sharon became a member. Oh my goodness, y'all. Thank you, Sharon. I'm eventually going to get, all kinds of cool stuff. But I was just able to do it. So I'm really excited. I just set it up and I'm excited to do it. Excited to have members only lives and, really go deep down into some of these other charts that I don't really want to show for just anybody and everybody to see. Some things have got to be secret. And that's what the watchers do. We become the watchers of and the guardians for the people of the earth. Okay, so it's not him, or is it? No, it is. It is. Okay, so there's a justice with the moon. Okay, so do y'all see this? Okay, so what is happening? What is going to happen with Yemen and Israel? He is Israel. I mean, I can look at Israel's chart too. Maybe it's Israel's chart that has the 2918 as well. But this 1911 is his moon. It's BB's moon. So where this is his public image. This is his public image with the health of the government, health, justice, relationships, the balance of. Okay, so this 1911 is making contact with the justice here. And there is a lot of darkness that's being expanded with health, with Yemen. Excuse me. So I don't know if we're going to see a lot of deaths. I know we're going to see a lot of deaths here. But where is it going to be? Is it going to be in Israel or is it going to be in Yemen? And this is really sad. It's really sad. It's really sad. My goodness, I hate this. I really do. I hate this. I don't understand why grown people, grown men and women have to resort to war. It's all about money. That's the saddest part about it all. It's about money. And the moon has already come over Donald Trump's moon and his south node where he's been before with war. Missiles. Unbelievable. I hate that. All right, back to Sebastian. Back to Sebastian. So what I see here is I want to see their connection, Sebastian's connection with the TBI. Let's see what time this takes place. And I will say that Netanyahu also has this 2046 degree. And if you, let me show you. No, it's a 2642. No. Yeah, it's 20. He does have the same degree as Sebastian, but it's something else. Okay. All right. So this is where Sebastian, okay, shoot. This is going to be, this is going to be one that we're going to watch. Okay. So September 29th, hold on. Let me go back. We're going to look at this opposition with Chris first. Chris and Dolly. Look at that. The sun is shining at a 611 in Indiana. The 611 is in transit. And like I said, when I first started this live, this is Big D, Bryant guy, all day, every day. The 611 is in his birth chart all day, every day. 432, that's going to be Sebastian's home. So we're going to back it up for a second. Sebastian's home right there. Things that are all the emotion of him going missing and the investigation. There it is, the 432. Okay, now look. Let's look. So we got the 432. We got the FBI. So this is Sebastian. Mars is in Scorpio. It's in the 6th house of health. I'll bet in Virgo. So it's about the health of the government or a park, and a campground, possibly, and things that are hidden. There's a vehicle that's hidden, a body that's being hidden. We are taking him somewhere, maybe. Lots of issues going down with Terry Bowersox and the FBI here. It's all in the past, though. When you see something show up in the 12th house, it's all in the past. This is the past. We are looking at things of the past. Sebastian has a 2212, a 2214. So Jupiter is expanding home. There is a home here, and it could be at a park. Again, this could be about the water. We could be trying to focus on places that are flooding, that are having issues going on with flood, maybe. Let me keep going here. Let me keep going, because I want to see this degree with. Okay, so here it is. Dolly Parton, not Dolly Vision. Dolly Parton. Here is the 1023. No matter what time he's born, he has Apollo. Apollo that brings enlightenment. It's the physician who brings enlightenment. It's enlightenment. Well, he isn't having any enlightenment. There's things that are not good. And look at that. It's in Pisces. So I think that we could be talking about things with the water. Water. 2639. This is Chris. Chris has got that 2639. It's his Neptune in Sag. Sag is foreign country, religion. Going far, not in the neighborhood. We're going far. Can't make it up. So there's a lot of for Dolly Parton, though, this is where she is warring with other people's money. She wars with other people's money, and she's going to put a lot of money. I think that what we're going to hear from Dolly Parton coming up. Yeah, I think what we are going to hear. Yeah, Town Chat Cafe, I've got them all on the map. I think what we're going to hear is that she's going to come out with some money. Let's look at Sebastian's chart real quick. See, the 432 with Sebastian is in transit. Let's see how this is aspecting Ceres. Let's see how Mars is aspecting Ceres, if it's even aspecting Ceres. really quick. Nope. Let's look at Ceres and make sure. With Mars, nope. Nope. But what about the sun? What about the sun? Because Ceres and the sun is opposing. So what we're seeing here is the sun is shining. It's going to shine on Big D, Bryant Guy. It's going to shine on Indiana with this opposition with Chris and with his uncle. And I can't pull his chart up right now, but in my members live, my members only lives, I will be pulling up charts. Guarantee you. Guarantee you. Oh, enjoy the simple things in life. That is so sweet. Yeah, I mean, you just got to keep, it's just repetitive. It's just, it's just repetitive. You just got to keep hearing, keep listening. You'll get it. You'll get it. Just stick with me. You'll get it. Do I have an iPhone link for membership? I don't know. That would be a mod question. I don't know. An iPhone link? I know that Jeff linked it. Well, no, he didn't. No. You did try, babe? He said he tried. He can't Jeff can't figure out the link. So if any of the mods can figure out the link, that would be great. I don't know that I can. Oh my gosh, and if anybody is I hate to switch gears here, but I just seen it. If anybody is familiar with the Summer Wells case, there's about to be a big shaky shake with Don Sherfy Jr. He's in jail. But there's going to be a shaky shake, and this is going to start tonight, and it's going to go all through tomorrow. So just keep that in mind. If you hear anything about Sherfy Jr. and you follow Little Summer's case, then you heard it. You heard it here. All right, so let me look. Yeah, because she's going to be in transit. Little Summer Wells tomorrow is going to be in transit. Okay, tonight and tomorrow. She's in transit with Sherfy Jr. She always is. She always is. And you have to ask yourself why. I know I do. All right, so I want to get Sebastian's chart, and I want to duel it out here because I'm seeing something. I'm seeing that there's a relationship with Sebastian. Let me tell you something. Sebastian connects to Mr. Is it the 2329 or 2922? God dang it, I can't remember, and I don't want to pull his chart up. I can't remember. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Oh. A lot. Okay, so Sebastian having this 2046. Sebastian just so happens to have a lot of degrees in his chart that go to all the agencies. And when I say all the agencies, I'm even talking about Homeland Security, Secret Service, CIA. And I have to ask myself, why? Why does he match all these places? He has got a lot of degrees in his chart that is phenomenal. 2922. So yeah, so 2922, Venus is about money, isn't it? It's about money. Older male, money. Terry Bowersox is in transit. Chris is in transit with him. Big D's in transit too. Now we got the TBI. TBI's in transit. But look, the disordered aggression about home and getting this money could be problematic for Sebastian for some reason. And that's assuming that he is alive with us. Oh, shoot. That 2922, though. This is the money, honey. This is going to be the money with the relationship. Right. Let's just do it minutes right here. Right here, y'all. 29, 22. It's coming. So the relationship comes first. Then there's going to be a lot of disordered aggression about other people's money, hidden sex, things that are hidden. And all of this could be to say that somebody, one creator, has said something that's got them all up in an uproar. And they are contemplating or thinking about or talking about courts. Okay. I could be something like that. But I want to show you something. I've looked at this before. I looked at this morning when I was playing the tape through, or actually last night when I was playing the tape through. This is very serious. Sunday night, tonight at 9:15, this is serious. And I say that because there's a wake-up call here at a 6:44. There is a flame that is reignited here at a 6:44. This one is in Aquarius. This one is in Sag. So we've got a wake-up call that's coming in the future with investigations, with foreign travel. There is the United States. There is a lot of money shuffling around with the United States of America, or the corporate America. There's this reigniting of a flame. So whoever had that 644, whoever has this 644 that knows Sebastian, there's a wake-up call in the future. Flame of life, the long travels. And there's a relationship here. And this is about money. This is about his values. So it's about money. And look at that. There's the 1808. Guess who has this 1808? Mercury in Libra. Mercury in Libra with this 1808. Again, I'm looking at the judge in Sumner County. I'm looking at the old DA Whitley in Sumner County. I'm looking at communications that are beginning and ending in Sumner County. I'm looking at an opposition with Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, with Venus and what he learns. The teacher, his teacher is having an opposition. He is all in this transit right here. This is a big time period to observe what is happening tonight at 9:15. This is big. So it could be something that, who all is going to go live tonight? Who all is going live tonight? They could be dabbling in some cryptocurrency, hide money. There's a lot of things that are going on right at this moment here. But see, the reason why I'm saying that there's something beginning and ending is because there is something beginning and ending. When you see the 0000 in Libra, boom, something is beginning and ending, no doubt about it. And it's with kids. There's a relationship with Sebastian. There's a relationship, and it's about his values with authority, with an older male or an older woman. Hey, April. Hey, babe. Somebody was just asking in chat if we can link the membership here, and I think we tried to figure it out, but we couldn't figure it out how we would link. I know that I have it in my I've got the link in my bio, but I don't know how to. Let me see. Look at this. This is a grand trine. It's a grand trine. I'm going to duel this out so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Because this is why there's different. I mean, this is why there is disordered aggression, and there's a lot of anger. There's a lot of problems that is coming to Sebastian himself. This is a big time period for Sebastian right here. Okay, so Sebastian, I think that the only person that I know that be going live tonight is Voices of Truth. I know that they have a live that's going to be tonight, but I don't know who else would be having any type of chatter where there's a lot of disordered aggression going on with Chris and Katie and the courts. I see so much right here. It's not even funny. With the world, with the cases, everything. It's wild. We're going to know, though, who has this 644. It'll eventually be shown to me. I can promise you that. It will be shown. Promise. That is a trip. This flame of life. Squares Venus. So there is a square to this Venus, and that is Sebastian. There's an opposition to him. There's an opposing force. Okay, so the reason why I'm saying it's an opposing force, because I wonder if I could. I wonder if I could. Let me see if I can grab my little. I don't think this is going to work, but I'm going to try it. I don't think it. I'm going to try. I'm always going to try to figure out how to make things better for y'all. Is there like a certain, I didn't know that there was a difference between an iPhone link and just a regular link. Let me see if this will work. Come on, pen. Come on. Because if this works, then that'll be great. No, I don't think it's going to. All right. Either way. Okay. Can y'all see that? Yeah, you can see that, but it's the same thing what I'm doing here. All right. Venus, she's in the 5th house. It's about children, creativity, fun, all that stuff. And it's also about health. It's also about health, money. And he has an 1143 in his chart, but it's in Pisces, and it's at home with mom. It's a home school teacher. It would be a home teacher. I know. I know who else has this. It's oh gosh. If you've been in my chat for a while, then you would know who the teacher is, but you might not. You might not. Let's just say her name starts with a T and her last name is F. TF. TF. Oh, she's going to be transformed. She is being transformed. Maybe, just maybe, the judge, the past DA, ooh, if I could just pull up her chart right now. Why didn't I think of this earlier? Because what has taken place is TF. TF has inserted herself in this case in more ways than one, especially with the courts, with her vendetta. Yeah, Texas is a hint. Texas is definitely a hint. Yes, hope floats. And you got to wonder, how did this relationship begin? Why are they so buddy? What is going on? It's crazy because I did see that she had a lot of videos that she's taken down. where she was going from homeless camp to homeless camp, and she was talking about Sebastian. Now they're gone. Poof, gone. But guess what? The other people that have this 1808 is Nina and Melissa. No matter what time they're born, they have the 1808 as well. And this is Mercury. Mercury, there's communications. But this is a Sunday night. This is a Sunday night. So interesting to me that this intense period, we have all the crew, the whole crew. I just don't see. I do see Seth, and that's Seth and Sebastian are going to be with the 2213 with Jupiter. The expansion of home, what we're learning about home, what we're learning about family and loyalty. But this teacher, I call her a teacher because Selena is a teacher. She teaches. She teaches. If you learn something, or if you are teaching something, it could be Jupiter, but it could also be Selena because she teaches. I see it all the time. I know, hope floats. I mean, it's possible. Anything is possible, and we have the right to free speech. But for some reason, she doesn't think that we have the right to free speech. Only she does. Only she has that right. Only she has that right. And it's a shame. And it's really a shame when you are I've been to restaurants. I have a bunch of stories, but my personal story is being in a restaurant in Clarksville and them talking about her. Me never bringing her up. But when asked if they knew if Sebastian had been missing since February 25th from Hendersonville, Tennessee, they said, actually, we do know. We do know. There was a woman that came in, and they went on to explain her demeanor, what she looked like, how she acted, and what they thought about it. And the consensus there is a consensus here. TF, Sandy. So what we can see is that Jupiter is going to expand a learning, expand with the courts, this 2212 and 2214. Yeah. All exes live in Texas. All exes live in Texas. So I would say that this opposition tonight could be because maybe she's mentioned, maybe she's not. I don't know. In a chat later. But there is definitely reasons to question why it is that she is. I don't know if her hate for Bullhorn Betty brought them together. Or their fear of Bullhorn Betty brought them together. But there's a reason why. And it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad that you have a whole kid missing and you spend more time and more money in courts and collaborating with TF than you do to help find your son. It's sad. And we definitely take note of it. We definitely take note of it. So what I think we see with that is they think that they're above the law. They all do. Everybody, they think that they are above the law. And it shows with their actions. It's very cocky. Very cocky. But there is an opposition coming to Sebastian. So you know that this 1143 is not only an opposition, but we also find it here. The 1143 is making contact with this 12th house co-ascendant and the 6th house in Taurus co-descendant, because it's the same degree. And last night there was a disordered aggression. There was a dark moon with his everyday, with his health. And I think it has to do with the weather. It is a long drive for hate, isn't it? It is. And you got to wonder, if someone can't stand Bullhorn Betty so much, is it because that you're, is it jealousy? Do you have a secret love for her? She went from having long hair to really short hair before Sebastian went missing. Then Sebastian goes missing. She cuts all of her hair off. Looks like a dude. Green hoodie. Same thing. I mean, I'm not saying that she's green hoodie at all. Yeah, Nina definitely forewarned us. She told the truth. She told the truth. She told us everything that we needed to know. But I guess we just forget about that. You can look at who Chris and Katie hang out with. I mean, look who they hang out with. It's insane. It's insane to me. It's insane, man. But there is going to be a push with groups with Chris tonight at 9:15, and is going to oppose him. There is going to be an opposition with Sebastian. There is going to be a disordered aggression. This 2044 is coming to this 2046. Eris, it's the goddess of war. And it's about school. It's about his teachers. It's about a teacher. She has this degree. No matter what time she's born, she's got this degree, 1143, and it's in Leo. What's Leo? Children. Publicity. And I bet you anything, she's got that degree in her chart, and I wish I could pull it up right now. Ooh, Lordy. Lordy, Lordy. There's going to be information that is going to be going in. There's information with Sebastian. And it's about Sebastian. All of this is going to be about Sebastian. It's about him all day long today. But tonight, and it started yesterday, but tonight it's going to be in full force. So be observing. Watchers, my watchers, y'all be observing tonight. 9:15 tonight. What are we going to see? What's happening on the YouTube streets? What's happening in the world? There is something that is coming against him. Values, money. Maybe there's, you know, I don't know. There's maybe they can't get money to him because the bridge is, maybe he is, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Chris didn't come home for a whole month, one time in a whole month when Sebastian was there. Oh, enjoy the simple things. Yes. Who is TF? Kimberly. Kimberly, all of our exes are in Texas. I'm not gonna call her name out. Once I start doing membership only lives, I will. And she can become a member. She can become a member and she can learn more about who she is and what she's all about, because I've got her number. I literally have her number. In this chart, I can see it all. She's not fooling me. Joe, I'm going to get off of her. I can't. It really upsets me because I can see the damage. I love children. I do. This bothers me to see the opposition with Sebastian. And this connection with Venus is about other people's money, with prisons and hospitals, her trying to get people in jail with other people's money. I mean, the courts, they just need to follow the money. It's evident that they do need to. And then Venus is also coming into this co-descendant. It's about his everyday, his sixth house of health. And again, Venus and Taurus, that's it. That's it. It's sad. Hope that is just the chat, I think. I think it's the live chat right now. Let me see if I can, let me see if I can do. Let's see. Yeah, it just kept bringing me into the live. Let me see if I can do it. Hold on. Let's go to YouTube. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why everything is so difficult. I mean, it should be easy breezy. I see other creators doing it, so I don't know how they do it. I don't know. I'm about to try to find out if this ever stops squirreling around. Okay, maybe not. Come on, YouTube. Jesus, it's not doing it. It's just not doing something. That's what Jeff says. It's not doing something. So sad. But I mean, it was definitely these shootings are definitely in the transits, huh? All right, let me look at this. Go to my channel. Oh yeah, Sonia would know. Sonia would know. Let's see if I can do this. Copy. StreamYard. Paste. Oh, okay. Hope Floats got it. Hope Floats, you got it. Okay. There it is, y'all. Copied and paste. All right, there we go. There it is. There's the link. We got it. We figured it out. Yay. Yeah, you got it, Hope. Thank you so much, babe. All right, so I'm thinking, you know, after I do this live, I'm going to pull her up and see if this is her, this 644, because like I said, it's going to show who, and if it's not her, then it could be somebody that's chatting tonight. I mean, that's doing a live tonight, or it could be somebody that is like an actual relationship that is trying to get to him to get him money, because this looks like a lot of money, and in opposition to Chris and his enlightenment when it comes to the courts and the justice system, like the judge and the DA, Nina. Maybe Nina is going to come and talk. I don't know. Maybe Nina will be talking on the phone. I don't know. But there's something, there's something happening tonight at 9:15. So y'all let me know. Y'all let me know what you see, what you find out. And I'm definitely going to be keeping all of that in mind. And then the next thing that I see with Sebastian is his connection to Utah. And we know what happened in Utah, right? We know what happened in Utah. And this is when Utah is going to come back into transit. It'll be Tuesday evening, 11:15 Nashville time. So that'll be 10:15 Utah time. And if dude is supposed to go to court on this day, well, this is when they will be talking about it on the 10 o'clock news. And it'll be a fate of where they've been before, because their Venus, Utah's Venus, is here in the fourth house. Let me show you. Let me show you. And we're looking at the FBI too. We're reflecting with the FBI here. Yeah, it's not good. Oh gosh, dang. Look at that. This is only this week. Okay, so guys, this week, as far as the world is concerned, just know that anything and everything is going to happen. Good, bad, and indifferent. Good, bad, and indifferent, guys. It's going to be cray. This week is insane. This 458, this goes to China and Israel. China and Israel. All the while, this 1701, the South Node in the fourth house of home, something is beginning and ending at 10:15 Utah time. And it's with their Venus. Venus is about money. Okay. Their values. Health. With health. Our agencies like the CIA, they're going to be in transit. Our Department of Defense. Department of Defense right here. And ain't it crazy that Elon Musk and Pete Hedge, whatever his name is, with the Department of War, they're both going, there is going to be a beginning of a weight of home on both of them. This was an inside job, in my opinion. When I said last week that there was shuffling of money, there was definitely shuffling of money here. So what I'm seeing is that there's a weight that is going over Elon, Pete with the Department of War, and this could also be when they are Tuesday night into, so Wednesday is going to be the weight on Virginia. Wednesday, there's a huge weight over Virginia. So it'll transfer from Elon, Department of War, to Virginia. And all of this with the value house is China. China is going to shake things up for Netanyahu. What does China have that's going to shake things up on Tuesday? But this 1701 is also found in Sebastian's natal chart. That's why I said that Sebastian shares this degree. His Chiron is a 1701 in Aquarius. Look at that. Look at this bold grand trine right here. Wow. Look at that. And part of that grand trine looks to be with Hades, the midheaven, coming down to the wisdom of the kid. This 2128 goes to the United States of America. It's their Chronos. There's a timing here. Lots of energy with the TBI, with the House of Kids. Lots of energy with them. A lot of disordered aggression with Eric Craddock. There is a relationship here that is showing up with Juno and Scorpio in the 6th house of health. And every day, this is with the state of Tennessee. This is also with Cuba. And it's going to be with Terry Bowersox as well. There's so much going on, y'all. So much. I can't even keep up. And then the lunar nodes of fate is here with the desires, with relationships and authority. And the moon is reflecting the pain with the FBI and the video, because some people are talking about the video where Tyler is getting down. Allegedly, it's Tyler with his, with his bang bang. But people are saying that video looks like it's AI, because some people that are walking, it's like they just jump frames, or you just don't see them at all. People are saying that it's definitely AI. The FBI is having a lot of problems. The CIA is having a lot of problems. Utah is having a lot of problems with their connections to the CIA. And we have to face the fact that Tyler 4.0, I mean, he was a genius. He's a genius. That's the type of people that they recruit. It sure is. And then what's going to happen is we're going to see Edward Snowden come on the scene. There's going to be a lot of things going down with him, but I'll wait till we get a little closer to that. So this is what I'm seeing for Sebastian right now. Today and tomorrow through Tuesday. His sun shines at a 1542. It's the same degree as the health factor for Virginia. The health factor for Virginia, where they get a wake-up call with investigations, and there is a weight that's going to come over him with Virginia. And I do know that he has family in the military. That could be why. That his connection to Virginia is going to be weighted. He shines at a 1542. They have their palace in Virgo at a 1542. So that's going to be coming into transit on Wednesday. Sure enough. Sure enough. So anyway, Margaret, that's okay, sweetheart. That is fine. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being here. And learning, learning something new. You can go to other channels and you can see all the wild stuff. You come here and you're going to learn. You're going to learn. We're going to learn together. We're going to learn together. So I'm thinking that there is definitely a need for me to look at this teacher's chart and compare it and let you guys know. I can come back on in the morning. I can come back on in the morning, or even later tonight, I guess, and let you guys know what I found out. Instead of pulling up her chart, I can let you know who I'm overlooking here. Because there's somebody that I'm overlooking, but dang it. There's a relationship here with Cuba and the consulate. What is his name? So the consulate for Cuba, he has this in his chart, this 955. So does Nina. Nina has the 955, and so does Chris Proudfoot. So there's a lot of energy with both Chris and Nina here on Tuesday night when this transit with Sebastian comes into the fate and the destiny. And this is in his third house of communications with a sibling. Sebastian, let me show you, just so, because it's easier to understand, I think, when you can like at least see it dulled out with this chart. So Sebastian will be on the left, the transits are on the right. So his chart, like I said, charts are fixed, they're fixed. But the transits aren't. It's like a clock, and they're just constantly tick, 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 ticking away. It's the cosmic clock. When he took his first breath at 5:47 a.m., they called it out, and it stopped the clock. This is his destiny. And this right here, the 1701, even though the lunar nodes of fate are in a different sign, it doesn't matter. Does not matter. His 1701 is with his sibling. It's with groups. It's with networking. It's with homelessness. It's abrupt. It's humanitarian. And this is where he has pain. Pain in the third house of communications at school, when Katie said he just wanted friends. That's why. Because it's hard for him to communicate. He communicates in an eccentric way. But this is also where he meets his North Node. The way he communicates is beautiful. It's eccentric. It's different. And this 1701 with his Chiron is about school. It's about communications. It's about his sibling communicating with his sibling and suffering with these communications. Feeling insecure with groups. When you have a Chiron or say a Saturn or something like that in Aquarius, Aquarius is about groups, but when you have Chiron there, you may want to be around people, you may want to be around groups, but isolation feels so much better. Isolation feels so much more comfortable. And so homelessness is a part of that Aquarian energy where there is a liberation. You see homeless people and you think, oh, poor thing, but they feel liberated. They feel free. Maybe. I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking with the Aquarius energy. But it's also where he feels sensitivity to people around him. So if someone told him that he was a problem, if someone told him that he needed to be away from faith, if someone said anything to him about being homeless, he would have taken that to heart. He would have taken that to heart. It's also could be about communications with a sibling and in his later years able to, in the future, because Aquarius is about the future. It's innovative. It's different. It's astrology, right? He may, in the future, be able to heal that wound as he and Faith become older, wiser, and communicate. You know, I think he's alive too. Everybody has their own opinions of what happened, what they think, or whatever. And I'm going to look. I've looked for him in the water. I've looked for him in the woods. And now I'm looking for him abroad. I mean, I'm looking at all angles. I'm open to all possibilities. But I can't deny what I see in the transits. And I've been looking at them since he went missing. And I don't think that I've really missed a beat. And I'm only getting better. I'm only getting better. So this could be things going down in Tennessee. There could definitely be things going down in Tennessee, but this relationship that Tennessee and that Cuba have is pertinent because I see them both showing up. So I can't discount one or the other. I see, like I said, I mean, this 458, this is China and Netanyahu all day long. There's going to be a shakeup. This is Tuesday. This is Tuesday. I've already played the tape through till Tuesday. So I want to see what takes place tonight. I want to see what takes place tonight, and then we can come back and regroup. Be like, okay, this could be what it was. And it could be just the chatter, you know. But there is definitely going to be a reigniting of a flame with Terry Bowersox and where he traveled to. There is a lot that's been happening behind the scenes, you know. And I think that on Tuesday, I don't know if they would have just dropped him off somewhere. Good luck if he took off, what have you. I don't know. Why would he not call Seth? Well, if he's in another country, that could be why. If he is contained somewhere, that could be why. And maybe he said, you know, to hell with all of them. See ya. I'm grown now. I'm grown. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm still looking for this boy. That's all I know. I also remember that the woman, if y'all hear about Charlie Kirk and this woman who began the CAI, who was with the CIA, they started a program at the university where Charlie was assassinated. She has a FIT 536 in her chart. So does Utah. And this is going to be coming into transit. So it could be having to talk. They could be talking something about that. There could be some kind of, I don't know. I keep thinking that we're going to get some leaks, that we're going to get a bunch of leaks. And it's going to shock, like shock people. Like, what? You know, I think that we're going to get some leaks. I just don't know where they're going to come from. Just don't know where they're going to come from. I keep thinking that I might know, but I don't really know. Oh, yeah. Jilly, I've got a bunch of schools on his map now. I've got a bunch of schools on his map. And in the beginning of this live, you know, I pulled up the map. I was showing the DA because I'm really focusing on the new DA now. I want to get him mapped as much as I can. And I want to see where he is falling into place with the missing event, with the natal chart, with, you know, Chris and Katie, with what I can see in their charts. But Katie, and there's no doubt about it that Katie and, well, all of them, they all connect to the agencies. They all connect to the agencies, and because they've got a missing kid. But it's how that connection is expressing itself that I care about. And when I say connection, what I'm talking about is we're just playing the numbers game. You know, it's a connection. The 955, that's a number. It's a degree, a 955. Well, I know that Chris has a 955. I know that Nina has a 955. There's a connection that Chris and Nina have. And they actually both oppose one another. Chris has it in Capricorn. She has it in Cancer. There's an opposition. He wants to dominate. She's very emotional, right? So there's a lot of energy with that Tuesday evening, late Tuesday night. She should be asleep. I'm sure Chris won't be asleep, but I'm just saying there's this connection that they have. And so anybody else that would have that connection is going to connect to them, per se. The fact that Chris and Nina have it in the opposing sign, I mean, you know, that makes sense why they oppose one another. He forces authority on her and she rejects it. She is not subservient to him or his family anymore. And we literally see that when she's talking. You know, we literally see that. Yeah, I've got all the schools. I've got schools in Alaska. I got them in Washington. I got them in all over the United States and other countries. I've got me and MMO Tarot, before she went to work full time, she and I did a deep dive and we put all of the schools that we could find, even hospitals, research hospitals, because he does have a rare 26 chromosomal deletion on the Q arm. So, I mean, there is definitely not a whole lot of people in the world that have that. So, you know, there could be people that would want to, especially the science, the Navy, the military, that they could be wanting to study Sebastian with the 6q27 chromosomal deletion. So I've even thought about that, trying to think of all different angles. But when the 1542 comes into transit with Hades, his son, the long travels, whether that be abroad, in another country, or in Virginia, there's a weight and he's not able to shine and travel far. He's not able to go. He's not able to travel. Could have to do with not traveling, but it could have to do with the courts. The courts. Because again, his mother and stepfather seems to be more interested in taking people to court, spending their time that way. I've never in my life thought that a child could go missing and that mother be innocent. It's possible. Okay, it's possible that she just is a different type of breed. It's possible. It's hard for me to imagine a mother that has a kid go missing and is not their number one advocate, begging and pleading, please, y'all, help me find him. Pass these flyers out. Crying, bawling, please help me. We see mothers that have missing kids do this all the time. We just don't see Katie doing it, and haven't. Chris was ready to go to work the next week. I mean, he was over it, done, finished. They're going on vacation. Chris' mom and stepdad, they're going on vacation. They're doing their thing. Everybody goes about their business. So they either know where he's at or they just don't care. And I would like to think that they just know where he's at, that they actually do care. And that there is a virtuous reason why they took him somewhere or why they had him go somewhere. I don't know. But I'm going to keep looking for him. In fact, it's not until I don't see, and I hate to say this, and I really hope I'm wrong, I don't see, when was it? Let me show you. Let's look at this. I'm going to show you what I was looking at this morning, because we're going to be right back here, right back with this conversation, with these energies. There's a lot of these energies that will bring it back. Hold on. No, this is not the day. Where's Saturn? Saturn. Okay. This is the day that I was looking at. Okay, right here. January 22nd. This will be, he'll turn 18 in December of 2026. And then, and I will say that I also see Cuba in this as well. Cuba will hold the 504 there, and then this is coming into a 504 as well. So this is a Cuba. There's the 1742. This is also showing me it's right here. Let's go ahead and get Mercury. This is 4:30 in the morning. Let's go ahead and get Mercury to Chris, where he shares a degree with Cuba. Right there. Right there. So we have the 504. 504. What's happening is Mars is coming over the same degree, the same sign in Virgo as Sebastian. His degree is a 931, and so that's going to come into transit. And then what's going to happen is Mars comes into transit with him and then moves off. And moves off. Saturn is then going to come to that 931. I see a lot of Sebastian's natal chart in this chart. And this is January 22nd, 2027. This is God's will is being done with Sebastian. God's will is being done right here. With Venus, it's about things of the past. It's about things of the past. Money. Traveling. It's critical. This is Friday, January 22nd, 2027. Let's go ahead and get this moon to a 0050. That would be the state of Tennessee. Their wisdom with kids. But he will have limits and obstacles. Lots of things going down with the health, with the action that he is taking, and there is going to be limits and obstacles with the action that he takes on January 22nd, 2027. Yes, you heard it correctly. So Sebastian will turn 18 on December 7th, 2026, the following month. This is when, in January of 2027, this is when there could be a lot that's going to go down with him. And the lunar nodes of fate will begin with Sebastian on the 20th. This 2148. This is, the North Node is going to be sitting on Sebastian's Neptune. That Neptune, there's a fate with it, and there will be a dissolving with that Neptune. So the 20th is going to lead us into clarity with that Neptune. And just so you know, the energy that I was talking about with China and how China and the boy in Virginia, General Prophet Jr., his Saturn is a 2445 all day. It's at a station. So he is going to be in transit first at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then Sebastian will be in transit. And he is in Virginia. That boy is in Virginia. General Prophet Jr. is in Virginia. So we'll just have to see. This flame of life is with Sebastian Saturn. His Saturn is a 2113 in Virgo in the 10th house. It's his public image, limits and obstacles with his health, with the public. And by 3 o'clock in the morning, this 456, this is where Sebastian has his midheaven and his IC. It's a 456. It's just been in transit yesterday. It was in transit in Leo. Well, Pluto is going to transform the groups, the future with Sebastian. And the 2113, like I said, that's his Saturn. General Prophet Jr., his Saturn. So General Prophet Jr., his Saturn's going to be in transit. Sebastian's Saturn is going to be in transit. The flame of life. There's a reigniting of a flame. This 342 goes to California, but it also goes to Michael Proudfoot. Michael Proudfoot. I almost think that I'm seeing some light here. Seeing some light here. I hope there is some kind of consequences too. That's the reason why I've looked into if he's abroad, like say he's not in Virginia, he's somewhere else. Like Cuba, Virgin Islands, Bahamas, something like that. Canada, whatever. If he is abroad somewhere, then I'm putting the consulates on the map too. And I'm even looking for their birthday. Like I'm going hard here. I'm going hard looking for this kid. And I'm thinking by Eric Craddock has an 818. So whatever is going on with Eric Craddock, he will, no, shit, it's not going to come to him. Damn. Well, I don't know if Eric Craddock's going to stay in, I don't know if he'll even stay in the office. But then the lunar nodes come to that 2113. Sebastian's Saturn. His Saturn is going to be coming into that 2113. There it is. That, yeah. I can only hope, though. I can only hope that there is going to be light at the end of the tunnel and we don't have to wait until 2027. But if he is going to appear, he's not going to appear until he possibly won't appear, in my opinion, allegedly. But as you can see, I've just said that the 458 is with China and Netanyahu. We're coming back. We're coming back to these energies again. The same energies that we're in now, we're coming back to them in January. So, yeah, he will be 18. Sebastian would be 18. He will be 18 so he will be 18 during this period of time. He'll turn 18 December 2026, and then 2027, he's 18. He's an adult. There is a devouring energy here with California. But all of the energies that are around today, that are around tomorrow, this is where we're going to come back to this. So we're about to have a full moon in Aries on the 6th. I think Chris's birthday is the 5th. Chris Proudfoot's birthday is October 5th. Then we're going to have a full moon in Aries on the 6th, and it's all about war. Warring. But anyway, I hope that you guys have learned something, and, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm definitely not going to keep you anymore. I know that Voices of Truth is going to be going live. I don't know exactly what time. I want to say 6 or 7. So definitely don't want to, overlap. I want to see what they got to say. I know Mama Rissa hasn't been feeling good, but I talked to her the other day and she seems to be feeling better. So that's good. Do see that there is I mean, even, oh my God, it's just the same old, same old. I can see the same old here. There's Sebastian, February 7th, 2027. You know what? February 7th, 2027, we'll probably be doing something. There's the 456 again. So it's just going to be doing the same dance. We're looking at, there's a same dance here. And it's a matter of finding Sebastian, finding him. February 9th will be another big day for Sebastian. And there again is the 644. So we got to find the 644. All right, I'm going to jump off here, and I'm going to find that 644, and I'm going to let you guys know on the next live if I found it. But I am definitely going to end. Enjoy the simple divine intervention can happen before. Oh, yes, definitely. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are so sweet. I appreciate your time. Time is energy. And I'm definitely going to be letting you guys know if there is anything that I have found. Because, I'm looking for that 644. Can I do one on Devlin? A map, or just looking at, I don't know if they ever gave me his birth time. I'll have to look and refresh my memory on Devlin. I did start a map with him, and I've got some weird feelings, some weird vibes. And I don't know if anybody's ready for what I think. Don't know. But I know his birthday. I just don't know if I ever got his birth time. Town Chat Cafe. I don't know if I ever got his time of birth. I have Sebastian's time of birth. I have his time of birth. Yes, thank you, little Miss Sharon, for dropping the link to Voices of Truth. I'll be over there here in just a little bit. Do you know when, little Miss Sharon, do you know when they're going live? What time they're going live? Because I can't remember. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see. Let's see. What time are they going live tonight? Looks like, in 2 hours. Okay. In 2 hours? Oh, I'm looking at 3 weeks ago. Okay. I'm looking at hindsights. Why is it? Oh, okay. There it is. Okay, gotcha. Oh, it's a premiere. I get it. Colossal questions. This will be interesting. All right, guys. Yeah, I will be coming back either tonight or in the morning, and I'll try to give y'all some notice. I'm going to try to find that 644. God willing, when it's the right time, it'll be shown to me, right? Yeah, I would need his birth time. Yes, I would need his birth time. And I know that I've done a map. I started a map. And so if Challenge Chat Cafe, if you want to get into discussing his map, discussing his case, that would be fine by me. That would be fine. And I can tell you some of my heebie-jeebie feelings about it, about his case. Yeah, I think that, if I can just get that birth time. because I want to see the time of birth. Actually, let me see if I've got it. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I'll tell you here in just a second if I've got I don't think that I have his time of birth. I think that I have his birthday. Maybe they don't have his birth certificate, but I wish that they could find it. If they don't have it, they could certainly still get it, I think. They could request a copy. They could have the investigator help them, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so I have him missing. So I don't even have his birthday. So, no, yeah, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. Hold on. I've got, so if you can find out his birth time, I've got 10 a.m. on the dot. And then it looks like I have, so I've got his missing time. I've got his birth time, maybe if it's at 10 a.m. And then I've got Tamara host her possible birth time wouldn't be 10 a.m. too. So both of them being 10 a.m. is not possible. That's not it. So, what are the signs in a chart when someone has passed? Well, astrologers are going to tell you different things. But me personally, Sharon, I have not ever been able to see the science that is the same. So we always talk about Pluto as being a death Scorpio, and I've only seen that one time. I've only seen Pluto show up in a death once. Some people will say the moon crosses your ascendant, the moon crosses your this, that, and the other. There's really no exact science. No exact science of death. And I think that that's a beautiful thing, that there is no exact science of death, because who would want to know? Who would want to know? I definitely wouldn't want to know. That would freak me out. Look at my kids' chart and be like, oh my God, they're about to die. You're about to die. Good. Love you. No. Yeah. But yeah, there's no exact science. There's all kinds of books that's going to tell you that there is, but there's not. There's not. Astrology books will tell you all kinds of stuff. But when you observe, you become an observer and you just watch. Oh yeah, you're not seeing anything that's patterned, when it comes to a death or even a birth. Yes, Town Chat Cafe, I know she does live in Yuma. I've got her on the map, and we can discuss that in more detail when you get that birth time. If they can get the birth time, I don't want a 10 o'clock and it be 10:30. If they don't know, then I'll just work off the missing. Or even, we could look at his birthday. I could try to figure out the birth time. I can try to figure it out. I'm actually pretty good with birth times. I've been, maybe 5-10 minutes off. But even when I say 5-10 minutes off, I mean the degrees, that I can see in Sebastian's chart, I wouldn't be able to see that in Devlin's if I don't know his birth time. And we know that, degrees matter in a chart, literally matter. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end this stream with Sebastian's anthem. I hope you guys have a good night. And until my next video, my next live, peace out. Love ya.
Clean like your soul, won't be forgotten. We stand strong for you, never give up. Seek justice and truth. Day and night we search. Community gathers, wipe the tears away. Rise up for you, Sebastian strong. Sebastian's army, we march on. Each day comes and goes, hope in our hearts. You're never alone, we'll bring you home. Wish it was a dream, babe. It lingers on, but strength we carry we'll keep you strong. Rise up for you, Sebastian strong. Sebastian's army, we march on. Each day comes and goes, hope in our hearts. You're never alone, we'll bring you home. Wish it was a dream, hey, it lingers on, but strength we carry, we'll keep